Hello, Hollywood Western Wardrobe fans. Another video. In my last video, I talked about a bunch of vests that I'm going to be selling. And today I'm going to start that off with selling a vest. And actually there's several things on this video that's going to be for sale. Obviously, the Doc Holliday / Val Kilmer hat is for sale. The cravat can be bought on our website over at HollywoodWesternWardrobe.com. And then the vest. The vest is I'm going to say vintage wall maker because I don't believe it's sold anymore. But this vest here was something that I had originally bought to be kind of like my Doc Holliday vest. And because it was red. And it had the metal buttons on it, didn't have the correct collar, and obviously different than Val's, but it was a red vest that I could wear. And I had a gray cravat, and I've worn this to casinos and stuff like that. But now that we are coming out with I'm going to call it screen accurate. It's going to be so close that I think you're going to have the original vest beside it to determine that it's not the original. That's how close we're getting this, guys. It's going to be pretty remarkable at the strides that we had taken to do this vest. Because of that, I no longer need this vest. And I've also got, like I said, a bunch of other vests that I'm going to be selling as well. The vest, I'm going to kind of come up on it. It's got some paisleys in it. It's got some flowers in it. It's red and black. Really, I mean, a nice vest. I do like this vest. Has the shawl collar, which is the rounded collar, and has functional pockets, so you can put your pocket watch in there like I've done with this one. And then I'll come here to the back. The back is just a black / satin backing with a belt on the back of it. So now we have many cravats that you can pick from, but this is just one that I paired up with this vest because I thought it looked really kind of nice with it. A little different, something obviously you're not going to see other people wearing because we're the only ones that made this cravat. Now this cravat is not anything from Tombstone or anything movie related. We just made some cravats to have. And with our cravats, you can pick out a tie pin. We've got diamonds, we've got black studs, silver studs, gold studs, pearl studs. So we kind of got you covered on tie tacks and stuff like that if you need one. But the vest is a size large, and all the things I'll probably be selling here are going to be my size, which is large. And the vest is $30. You can use this as, if you're a banker, a townsperson, a gambler, whatever. I mean, you can just wear this vest out and about like I have. And you compare this, if you're trying to go on the lower end of not spending a lot of money, guys, I highly suggest going over to eBay and going to thrift stores. My son just picked up these pants for me. I love these pants. And he's like, Dad, I don't know if they're going to fit you or not. So when I first got them, first thing I did is try them on, and they fit. And they fit really nice. But they are a pinstripe. And it's a herringbone and pinstripe. It's a dark charcoal. I'm going to call the pinstripe like a beige. But it just looks really, really good. And I have never found Val's pants that he's worn in the movie. I've looked and looked and looked, and I have a feeling that I'm going to have to make those. And I'm actually looking for the fabric. I found some that are pretty close, and I just might have to go with that because I have never found any of Val's fabrics. Never. Now, granted, the movie was 35 plus years ago, and I was told that the fabric was old when they got it, and they brought the fabric over from, I want to say France. Could be wrong on that. If anybody knows, correct me on it. But they had that shipped in. They had originally gotten their wardrobe from England, and when it came in, it was too small. And so they hired Joseph Peroro. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. If I butchered that, I'm sorry, Joseph. But he designed all of the main characters' costumes. And then the stuff that was kind of, like I said, too small and stuff, they used it for the extras, you know, townspeople and people in the background and stuff like that. They kind of got some use out of it in the movie. But a person, I'm going to kind of step back here, and you're going to see other mannequins and so forth. But you can put an outfit together pretty cheap. Like I said, I've talked about this in other videos, but you can pretty much buy a tuxedo shirt. If you're trying to match Val, he does have the wingtip collar. But whatever you like, you go with. But like I said, I think I bought this shirt on eBay for 10 bucks. My son just bought these pants for me. He paid $5 for them at a thrift store. You can look at other vests on eBay. You don't have to buy mine, but you can look at vests on eBay. You can just type in slacks, type in your size, and type, like whatever. I'm a 34, and then just type in 34 men's slacks, or whatever your size is, and you'll see abundance of them. One of the things that I am doing, and they have not been done to these pants because I just got them, but I like to take off the belt loops, sew on buttons, and then wear them with suspenders and stuff. So it gives a little bit more kind of accurate, where instead of the high-waisted pants are actually kind of coming up to here, to the belly button. But like I said, if you're just looking for something, it's a good stand-in until you find your high-waisted pants. Now, there's a lot of companies that make the high-waisted pants. For instance, I got these over here. I like these that I have because they are like a suit fabric. They're very soft. They're not denim or canvas. My portrayal for Doc Holliday, I just don't think Doc ever wore that stuff. And, Val didn't in the movie. So I'm trying to get mine as humanly close to Val's as possible. So if you're trying to find the soft ones, what I call these like slacks, and you're wanting high-waisted pants, just type in Tombstone pants and they'll come up. I think they only do them in 3 colors. They do them in black, charcoal, and gray. These are charcoal. So getting back to, you can just do an outfit and make it look, I'm sorry, you could wear this out in Tombstone or wherever you may be, and you're kind of, you kind of just blend in, you fit the part. Now, like I said, it's not going to be Val Kilmer, but that's coming. But you put outfits together and try not to spend a lot of money. If you're going towards the Val Kilmer end of things, guys, it's going to cost. I'm sorry, but when things are custom made, it gets expensive. Unfortunately, I can't help that. That's just the nature of the beast. But I just think it's a great outfit. It looks good. This one over here, obviously pants $5. These I think are like $85 or something like that. Vests are both Wallmaker's vest. So this vest here has the straight cut. There you go, straight cut. Those are like Val's, and this works with the high-waisted pants. This one here has the V cut. This has not been altered like the other one, and you can wear these with like just regular slacks, jeans, whatever, and it will look better, because you start wearing this one that's been altered, then you'll start seeing your shirt between the pants, and stuff, because that vest is a little shorter than this one. So there's the difference. But like I said, I like making things that look good and not have a lot of money in them. Now, obviously, cowboy hats. Now, you can go on eBay and you can type in cowboy hat, whatever size you wear, and you might be able to find some at a low cost. And then you're gonna, they're all over the board. Usually, I find out that when you find something that is low cost, it's not right. They're kind of ugly. That's not saying that they couldn't be changed and stuff. I've changed a lot of hats, and you can go through there. You can have one custom made, like this one here is John Wayne's Searcher hat, custom made by the Ugly Outlaw hats, and superior quality. This one here is really nice, really nice. There's a big difference between that price and this price. So you're looking at, I think, Travis sells hats. I think they're like $650, $250. So, and then, my Johnny Ringo hat, this was actually a vintage hat that I bought, and I was going to make a John Wayne hat out of it. But this one does not have the brim edged out, trimmed out, whatever you call that, binding. I think that's what Travis called it. There's a binding around this brim, and John Wayne's has that. So I'm going to come up here so you guys can see that. See that binding right there? That's just like Duke's. And Doc has that on his hat. There it is. But Johnny Ringo didn't. And so when I bought this hat, it did not look like this at all. And I changed it. And I, originally was going like, I'm just going to do John Wayne hat. And then I was just like, I can't live with myself. It's not 100% right. So I had Travis make me a hat. And then I took this hat and I'm like, I think I can make Johnny Ringo's hat out of this. And I think it's come out pretty good. And then there's going to be a big Johnny Ringo video coming up, and this hat will be used. And we'll go into that here at a later date. But if you are needing a watch, this is a vintage Victorian, very expensive, just so you guys know. But you can buy a $10 pocket watch or $15 pocket watch. It'll come with the chain and the watch. Now, my watch here actually has, let me turn this around here, try to hold the camera, and JHH, John Henry Holliday, custom made. But like I said, you can buy like a $15 pocket watch and put it with this vest or any other vest or whatever, and just kind of come up with your own look. And as time goes on, if you make more money and you advanced or whatever, and you want to go, I want to get more into it, I can help you do that. But I want to say this is like beginner stuff here, or just somebody that's out having fun. That's what this is all about, having fun. And especially if you're in love with the Old West. And well, when I say I'm in love with the Old West, I'm in love with Hollywood Old West. The original, authentic Old West, sure, I like it, but it's not what gets my motor going. Because authentic clothing it's baggy, it's not form-fitting, and I don't like stuff like that. And Hollywood always, jazzed it up and made it look good, and that's what I'm into. So, nothing against the authentic stuff. If you guys are into that, knock yourself out. However, I am not. And so all of my videos will always pertain to Hollywood. So, just giving you guys a head up. If you're ever thinking I'm going to do anything authentic, just not going to happen. A lot of stuff is my rendition of it. If I am trying to get a screen accurate, I will let you know. And like I said, that'll be coming up in the Val Kilmer videos. And once you see the amount of time, money, research that went into this, you'll understand when these videos come up. But right now, this is about selling stuff that I am no longer going to use, and this is my first vest. So if you guys are interested, drop a comment, send me a message, whatever. We'll work out things, and we'll just go from there. And until the next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.